Alright, here is an update video on my 2018 Chevy Equinox Diesel. So, I had a few problems with it, and I wanted to give an update on what my experience has been. First off, I'm going to turn the fan speed down a little bit and change the air. So, I pulled into a gas station. This is a couple weeks ago. I actually backed into a parking spot, and when I started it, I had a service all-wheel drive system message that popped up, and then I got home and I read the code. I'll try to remember to put the code in the description of the video. I can't remember what it is now, but it was something about the rear clutch control module. It stayed on through 2 start cycles, and holy cow, that sun is crazy. And it was actually pretty alarming because what it did was it made like a gear rattling sound while I was driving it, as long as that light was on. After the 3rd start, the light went off, but there was a stored code for it. So the dealer ended up replacing the clutch control module itself. They had to remove the exhaust and drop the rear differential to do that. I saw the repair thing, and they had to reprogram it. Now, there's actually a TSB out there for that was apparently released, I believe, in 2017. So that issue has pretty much been with this car from day one. I'm actually wondering if it's ever happened with the prior owners while they had the car. Actually, probably not, because I did pull codes a couple times, and that was not in there unless somebody cleared it. So that happened. The other thing, I was driving it kind of hard on the highway for a few miles, and I would expect that the cooling system would be able to handle that. However, it did something really weird. It popped the radiator hose off. Like, it built up too much pressure and it popped that off, and the coolant went everywhere. So I would basically drive a little bit, let the engine cool off, and just as I was pulling in my driveway, the message of reduced power came up. So I never actually overheated it. It got up to like 236 or something like that, which I believe is still considered in the realm of normal. High, but normal. So that was a little nerve-wracking that happened. So basically the dealer just reattached the radiator hose and replenished, topped off the coolant. And then the other thing, and it's pretty much done it ever since I've gotten it. I finally had that addressed since it was in there. Whenever the engine, the car would be cold for the first several minutes, the brake pedal would squeak. So they removed a couple panels and lubricated some rod or something. So I've got it back now. It is definitely a little disconcerting about that coolant hose issue. I've done some shakedown driving since then, and it seems fine. I mean, it could be that it was just slightly off from the factory. I have seen things like that happen before, and now it's right, so it should be okay. So that's the latest update on this car. And those who have seen some of my other videos about this car may recall that I had the DEF tank replaced shortly after I got it. It was in there actually for something else, which I can't actually remember, but I'm sure it's in my video. And then I went to go pick up the car, and when I started it, the countdown to death message was up on there, and I'm like, hey, I'm not taking this. So yeah, it's definitely been kind of problematic. Hey, let's do a little acceleration on this little downhill stretch here, just for fun. So, the other comment about the acceleration on this car, every other diesel I've ever driven, basically once you floor it, the turbo boosts and it puts you in your seat, even on the lower powered ones. But I believe this one is programmed to just gradually add the boost when you're starting out in first gear. So you never get that sudden rush of power with this car like you do with a lot of other diesels, like especially my 540D. Even though that has, what is it, a twin scroll turbo, it definitely does that all of a sudden power rush. So I'm kind of neutral on this car now. I'm a little taken aback by the issues I've had. I mean, it is still under warranty. I bought it certified pre-owned. I have 9 months, 9,000 miles of warranty left. Let's see what a little acceleration does here for the coolant temperature. Fast here. Sometimes there's clouds, so I mean, it pops up and then it pops right back down again. I think it's got sort of an electric water pump going on. I mean, I think it's fine now, but I've been eyeing some other cars. I've put, I don't know, 3,500 miles on this thing, so I kind of know what it's all about. I might be ready for something else. And so that's the latest update on this car.